Hello curls, it's Yolanda Renee, and this is part 2 of my perfect Bantu knot out. The only thing that you're going to need for this part is your favorite oil if you need to add oil so you won't interrupt the curls too much, and also for styling a pick. Alright, so in order to take your Bantu knots out, the same way I suggested that you loosen them up if they're too tight on your roots, that's the same thing you're going to do to take them down. So twist in the opposite direction that you you know, knotted them. So, and the oil on your hand will just help you not interrupt the curl. There's another one. And again, we did this on dry hair, so this is going to be a more soft looking Bantu knot out. Here it is. Again, we're going to twist the opposite way and it'll start falling out by itself, and there we go. Another way that you can take them out without interrupting your curl pattern is you kind of pull it down and twist at the same time, but once it's loose you kind of just roll your finger around it like that and it should come out good. So again, you're going to twist the opposite way to get it loose. Once it starts falling, you take it and you just twirl it on out. And there it is. Now that we have them unraveled, you kind of have to keep on twirling your finger around them to make them really open up like flowers, like they're blossoming. You know, before they were more tight and still in that little Bantu loop type of deal. So if you just go like this, an opposite way that you twisted, then they're going to come out and they will be less tangled. It's set in that Bantu loop fashion, but now it's kind of opened up because we just unraveled it. So now the hair won't be as twisted and it won't be as hard to separate. So now we're ready to separate. So what I like to do is I like to be very gentle and just kind of loosely find the pieces that are going to separate. If they're not going to separate nicely, then I just leave it alone, and you can feel it. At this point you have to be really in tune with your hair. So very lightly, I'm like barely even touching my hair and I'm trying to pull it apart. But again, if it's like tangled together, I'm just gonna let those continue to be clumped because I don't want to mess with the curls too much. And you kind of can pull them down so they're not still clustered together. See, those are coming apart. See, these were clumped together and easy to pull away from each other.
Precious melodies, they flow from me, spending time in your presence, enduring the restless nights alone.
So I'm gonna pick this up more in the middle, not too much, just at the root. I'm not gonna mess with the curls.
Romantic tone. Now tell me, can you feel that?
But some pointers, because I do see some imperfections. I don't want people to be like, if they have a few areas that didn't turn out right, or if you just pick them out too much, I don't want you to be like, oh my god, this style sucks, I messed up, I failed, I hate the Bantu knot out. Like, it's okay. This is the perfect Bantu knot out. However, there are going to be some areas that just don't come out right. Because I can see right here, this piece right here is not as curly as the other pieces. And definitely right here is really frizzy right here. So I'm gonna give you some pointers, so don't get mad. This is how I came up with my hanging bantu knot out. I was on my way to work and I had my hair in a bantu knot out, but my hair was super short. And I was on my way to work, but I still had places to go, like drop my girls off and get coffee, do all this extra stuff before I actually went to work. So I was like, okay, I got all this running around to do. I need to fix this piece and I don't know what to do. Like, I was so mad. So that's how I came up with the bantu, hanging bantu knot out. Because what I did, it was just that one section. We're going to add some Cantu shea butter onto this section, but of course I didn't have it at the time. I just did it on dry hair. So we're going to take that section that's not really cooperating, smooth some product on there. So the hair is going to be a little bit damp just from the product. You're going to use your finger. This is like the scalp of your finger. We're going to pretend our finger is your scalp, and we're going to just put it randomly, like right here, and we're going to do the twisting technique that we did anyway on the bantu knot out, but we're only going to twist it on our finger, on our fake scalp. And twist it around until it's stuck, and pull down a little bit to hold it in place. And that is going to be our hanging bantu knot. Yes, that is my little trick. So don't get upset if you have imperfections in your bantu knot out. Just fix those little sections, put some little product on there so it'll smooth it out. It won't be frizzy anymore. It won't take that long to set because you didn't really pick it out. It's just frizzy a little bit, you know. So the next thing I want to talk about, because I know people will ask, is how long does this style last, and what do I do when I go to sleep? There are so many different things you can do. If you don't want to retwist every night because you're worried about breakage and all that stuff, then pull your hair up into a pineapple and it should be fine, because the root is already picked out. You just need to preserve the curls on the very tips of your hair. So doing a pineapple or two pineapples should work. If you do like a part halfway across and put the back in a ponytail and the top into a pineapple, they should be fine. But if you're like me and you want your hair to look like this every day, then you're gonna re-knot every night, and I do. It doesn't take long. I usually have between 8 and 11 bantu knots, and I retwist. And you just have to listen to your hair. If you know you need products on your hair, if it's dry, if you like to moisturize your hair every day, then of course you need to put something on your hair. So one thing is, you can add the Cantu shea butter, the leave-in conditioning cream. You can add a small amount of this to your hair and then re-knot. And the re-knotting process should not take as long as it did just a minute ago, because you're not going to actually detangle like we did before. You're just going to kind of smooth it out and re-knot. The other thing is, I like to do a spritz sometimes. I use my water bottle, and I don't have it with me because it's this big jug of it, but there's some aloe vera juice that I usually pour in here. It's mostly water, a little bit of aloe vera juice. You can add your favorite conditioner, which my favorite conditioner to add to my spritz is the Giovanni's Deep Moisture Conditioner. So I add some of that. You can add as much as you want. I'm not going to say how much. You just pour it in there. I like to add coconut oil to this and shake it on up. And you can, I like to just spritz the ends of my hair. I don't spritz all over, just the very tips. So pretty much how much you saw me hold to do this hanging bantu knot, that's probably how much I spritz the ends of it that I showed you. Just spritz that little section, make sure it's worked in there, and then re-knot. I just wouldn't recommend using the same exact products that you use to set your hair. For some reason, I just don't like doing that. I don't know why. You can if you want, I don't know. And of course, you need to sleep with a scarf. So put a silky scarf on at night if you re-knot, to make sure they're not messy in the morning. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this second part. If you didn't see this first part, then you definitely need to go and check that out. And I will link it right here. So go check that out. It's so bouncy. I love it. Alright, curls, thank you so much for watching. Bye.